Hello, fighting spirit tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy V with me, BlueAnkylo. In our last episode, Gilgamesh sacrificed himself to beat the Necrophobe after giving us a stirring speech and talking about how everyone had to grow up without him, and he really wanted to go on an adventure with us one day. Unfortunately, in this game, that's the end of him. Luckily, he's a recurring character in a bunch of the series, so there's that. Anyway, it's time for Exdeath, so let's get straight to the main event. It took you long enough, but now you are too late. Finally, it is in my grasp. The greatest power known to man. The power to control the universe. The power of the Void. Now, the last time we met him, we did kick his butt, right? Like, it was fine. Just watch out for splinters this time. Watch out for large splinters. I mean, we've heard he was a tree. I don't generally think of trees as dangerous, though. I will crush all who stand in my way. I think I'll begin with your precious friends. I hope you'll enjoy watching your companions be sucked into the void. Someone should just cast fire on the tree and that'll just be the end of it right now. Oh. Stop destroying all the castles! The last Windrake sucked up into the void with all of... That was Galuf's castle. This one is, Oh no! The pregnant chocobo and the pirates! Even the underground workplace on Crescent Island. Sid Mid. Well, you jerk. Stop it! Let them go! And now you two will meet your end. Inside. We're already in the void, I thought. I guess we're in the rift, but I was always confused on just exactly how this all works. Where does the void take you? How can things exist in the void? Anyway, now we're in the void for real, I guess. For really real. And for a void, I see a lot of things in the background sparkling. Oh, hey. Who's that? Bartz, stand up. On what? What am I standing on? Just standing on sparkles? Sure, why not? Oh, hey, Dad. Oh, hey, Wolf Man and creepy old man. Zazat and Kelger. Oh, hey, Galuf. Nice to see you again. Grandfather. Hey, Galuf. Enter the Dawn Warriors. Thought you guys were dead, but sure. Bartz, Lena, Ferris, and Kryle. We'll hold off the void. You kids take care of Exdeath. The only ones who can save the world from the power of darkness are the Warriors of Light. That's you! Now, go. So they're gonna hold off the void, somehow. Don't ask questions. And we're gonna go fight Exdeath. They're gonna use their magic to send us back. Aha! What? Why is the power of the void disappearing? No matter. Take this. What, you're just a tree. What are you gonna do? Oh, I mean, we're gonna make a bigger void? Aha! Other father! Dawn Warriors +1! Unite! Take your chance. Onward, Light Warriors. See, if there's 5 Dawn Warriors, then we should have 5 too. Gilgamesh should be with us at the end. It would be awesome if Gilgamesh helped defeat Exdeath at the end. Exdeath, you'd better get ready, 'cause here we come! Alright, Tree Man. So, you know, final boss. Probably appropriate to go all in. Also, enjoy the awesome music. Oh man, get hyped. So, yeah, we're gonna want to keep HP up nice and high. And, I don't know if I need shell. She should probably just get everything buffed up. We'll get everyone shelled up. It'll take a little while. I hope he doesn't have a thing the same as, the final boss of, Final Fantasy IV that just removes all of your buffs. But he might. Astaga and... I as well go with quick. Pretty angry looking tree though by the looks of it. Alright, we've been hasted. We could start doing damage here. We could try to slow him. I don't... You know, it might work. We start protecting people as well. Primarily, I would like Lena to survive, because she's got my white magic. I don't think slow worked. You know, it's fine. Let's just get... Actually, let's see what Libra tells us about him, and then we'll cast Meteor on him. Level 77, 49,000 HP. That's not even that bad. Pretty good Meteor, 8,000 damage. And let's see how Rapid Fire does. I don't know what White Hole did, to be honest. But we just did a lot of damage to him real quick. I don't think Exdeath is going to do so well. I mean, usually Holy is a good choice as well. Ooh, that hurt. I didn't bother putting Shell and Protect on everyone. I decided we can probably just rush him down. Haste is always good, but, you know. Without Mighty Guard, it just takes too long to get the rest of the spells. So Meteor did seem to do a ton of damage. We could continue to quick. I mean, I guess we don't know why not. Just go all out for magic. I think that's still pretty good damage. Oh, he's been engulfed. I didn't even get to use my quick attacks. Well, that was a pretty chumpy boss fight. Now you've been eaten by the void. No! Why? The void was mine to command. Look, you're just a stupid tree. How could it... Gah! Well, that'll teach him to try to control the void, probably. Beaten up by some kids. The screen's getting a little bit wonky, though. What's going on? Can't see anything. Blinded by the light. Neo Exdeath! Wait, what? What? Quit talking so quickly! Turns out we're not done yet. Meet the real final boss! The next form. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I mean, that'll do something, but that's also going to tell us something else about this boss, if you're paying attention. So, the thing is, this guy has multiple parts, unfortunately. Now, we still have most of our buffs. Well, all of our buffs, as far as I remember. So, we could, try other stuff. I don't know if Slow Gob will work. Give it a shot. Just in case he's got an Earthquake, we'll float up. It worked on one of the 4 parts. Alright, and we're gonna go... Let's see. I don't remember what parts do what. Maybe there's only 3. But anyway, we're gonna go for the one in the front first before I go to Rapid Fire mode. Individually, I don't think they have all that much HP. I don't know what he's... When he's shaking, that means something, probably. I definitely want to get healed up, though. We'll just go Kuriga times 2? Sure. Just to make sure we've got lots of HP for a big attack. Just in case that's what the shaking means. And, let's go double flare for now. Yeah, they're all still alive, so we'll keep going on the front one. I guess I could have cast Libra to see just what it's got. I probably could have quicked again, too, to be honest, but I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to fight him for a little bit. I have a feeling that front one's going to die right about now. No, not dead yet. The counterattacks are nice. Extra 10,000 damage nearly every counter. Nah, I think it died there. Yeah. Alright, we're making some progress. Now, because there's multiple parts, the other really good option, of course, would be double cast Bahamut. Before we killed the front one, we could have started going like this. You know, just to show it off. It's fine. So that did almost 4,000 damage. Would have done... I think it would have hit all 4 parts. So, you know, that's probably... That was a lot of damage. Delta attack will try to turn someone to stone. It will work because it's someone without a ribbon. So we do need to fix that right away. And I didn't get away with my Mimic there. I wonder why. The laws of the universe means nothing! Try to keep everyone alive now. Use some of our elixirs and stuff. So... try to kill this one on the bottom next, I guess. Missing? Oh, man. Alright, we're gonna go with, well, we want to get, Lena hasted again. Thinking of going for the quick again. That'll get us a bunch of extra actions. And now what? Wish I had the ability to go all the way to Curaga here with that. Maybe just one Cura. And... just thinking how I want to do this. We did get slow off on one of them at least. Damage? You know what? I think it's probably better right now, just while we're waiting for Lena to get caught up, to just to get a little bit more healing, honestly. Could have used an elixir again, but Cura, you know, it's healing enough. I can do it again as well. It's trying to get that red mage ability used for something here. Alright, back to the white mage. Grand Cross, that's the kind of thing that might remove some buffs. Kind of concerned. Glowing balls everywhere. Turned one of us to stone, alright. Oh, and zombie as well. That's not as good. I'm actually not 100% sure if Asuna breaks zombie. I don't think I've tried it yet in this game. It does not. Alright, well we definitely have to use the holy water then. Because if he attacks us, he'll kill someone for sure. Alright, now he's back alive, so we can Curaga. And, you know, we're doing okay. Get a little bit of damage on him. The Grand Cross was definitely powerful. I'm surprised again that the ribbon didn't stop the, Oh, you're gonna attack the one in the back. That sucks. Alright, managed to do 10,000 damage to the one in the front. That's pretty good. I'm surprised that the ribbon didn't stop the zombie either. Like, there's a ring, the angel ring, that stops zombification, so you'd think the ribbon would cover that. Anyway, let's see what the Fuma Shuriken can do. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, we want to get Hastegod again after being turned to stone and losing it. I think Bart's is Hastegod, but I'm just making sure everyone's got it. And then, we just cast Flare on the one in the front. It's got to be getting close to dying, I would say. Would have been better if I'd gotten the double Bahamut all the way up to quadruple Bahamut, but... Maybe just try to focus fire a bit here, rather than random targeting. Alright, that's another one dead. Oh, I didn't mean to mimic there. My bad. Well, I think we got this one in the bag. We've got 2 parts dead already. Dealt a lot of damage to the rest of him. We could go for quick again. Why don't we do quick and try an Osmos? I'm not sure how successful this will be on the final boss, but... didn't work at all. Let's try... yeah, I'm gonna run out of MP and I can't use items to restore them. But might as well get a double flare anyway. I guess with 2 parts left, Meteor might be a reasonable option as well. Seeing as each Meteor is going to do more than 4,000 damage, I think, safely. But we're out of MP, so... I guess we try a little bit of Osmos, and if that doesn't work, then, you know, whatever. Should just let Ferris die and then Phoenix her back up. That was a lot of hits. Good work there, Kryle. Actually, you know what? I don't need magic for Ferris to actually cast pretty good spells. As long as she goes next, that's the trouble. Once your turn order gets messed up in this game, it's very hard to mimic the stuff you want. You can't just, you know, skip turns to do it in the right order the way I'd like to. Next game, next game. Alright, so seeing as I wouldn't be able to just pass it on, we'll use an elixir. That'll get her back up to MP mode again. Alright. And we might as well double Meteor then. Well, it's the final boss. We'll go all out for... instead of double Meteor, we'll do like quintuple Meteor or something. Just burn through that MP, basically. There's a big hit. Nice. And we can just keep spamming that. I mean, it's not quite as good as those Ultima spells from Final Fantasy VI, but it's not bad. Also, remember that the boss in the back, the sort of zombie guys back there, they're slowed. So really, as long as once we kill the one in front of it, he'll hardly get any actions at all. And I mean, you guys tired of seeing Meteor yet? Pretty good for one turn. How much damage do you think we've done in one turn here? I mean, it can do around 7,000 or 8,000 damage depending on what happens. Per cast. We cast it 5 times. Maybe it averages like, say 6,000 per cast, maybe? If this is the only one left in the back row, it's not gonna last. There's no way. Suppose, though, just in case, heal up a little bit. I don't know if I've hit it with Holy yet. You might think this guy looks pretty zombified. You know, he might be weak to Holy. You could try a Holy Spellblade if you wanted. Okay, I'm not gonna go quintuple Meteor this time. In fact, just to be different, we'll go double Flare. Ferris is getting too much screen time. We gotta give her a break. Yeah, Meteor definitely does more damage, so... if you're really trying to min-max, kill it in the shortest number of turns possible, that's probably a smart way. Oh, it's dead. Well, Neo Exdeath, you had some cool tricks. You did manage to zombify one person and petrify one, and that's about the best you got, honestly. He's no Shinru, basically. We'll save that for another day. Hey, the classic Sailing Through Stars screensaver. In the beginning, there was only the void. But from the void came 4 essences. They formed the crystals, and the world was born. Hope blessed the earth. Courage blazed into flame. Care and devotion turned water into the seeds of life. The passion for knowledge spread intelligence and wisdom on the winds. If ever the void threatens to engulf the world, so long as the 4 essences still exist in man, light will be born anew. The 4 essences shall rise from the void and weave the light once again. Is that what we're going to do? We're going to save the world now that we blew up the crystals and went back to the void? I mean, that seems to me what that little passage suggested. Bam! Shake that crystal dust off. Oh man, I'm all crystallified. And so is she! Man, we just flying around like little stars. Bammo! Sparklo. Now, to save the world. The void is still here. But we beat Exdeath. Is it because the crystals are gone? Well, yeah, actually. Sid still ruined everything by destroying the crystals. Oh. What's that crystal doing? Wait, no, I need those. Those crystal shards. That's where I get my power. Hope bless the earth. I need those crystals too. Varys, give those back. Courage. Light the fire. He's having too much fun with that crystal. No, give them back. Seriously, Elena. Maybe you're just giving away the dancer and the geomancer. That's probably okay. Devotion. Breathe life into the waters. Alright, you guys can take Bard and Beastmaster. And, Berserker. No one likes Berserker. Passion. Spread knowledge on the winds. I'm keeping Ninja, though, and Samurai, because they're fun. Probably Knight. Definitely keeping Black Mage and White Mage. So that's a lot more crystal shards than I remember. Looks like all those places with tablets might be getting some crystals now. So maybe the world isn't doomed after all. What about all those castles that were lost? The cities and castles that were sucked into the void? Well, as it turns out, the void was just this black circle covering them up, and we just couldn't see them underneath it. They didn't go anywhere. Everyone's still the same place they used to be. Just a black circle, just like a giant blanket covering them up. The crystals as well. There was still enough power in those crystal shards. Cool. Thank goodness. Alright, guys. We saved the world. It's because you took care of your crystal shards. Should be like a bonus ending if you mastered everything. Don't forget yourself, Barts. Yeah, Grandpa probably did a lot of grinding too, to be fair. Alright, there's gonna be some wind. This King Tycoon just never dies. Dawn Warriors in general. Hey Dad. Hey Gramps. Hey other Dad. Hey Dad again. Also Werewolf and Strange Old Man. The world still needs you. It's too early for your kids to be meeting us. Haha. Go, return to your world. The one you saved. There's only one world now. I still don't think this really resolved anything. Enuo is still supposed to exist. And the whole reason that they split the worlds in the first place was to stop Enuo from being evil and doing bad stuff, I guess. I don't know, the prophecy or history lesson was a little bit scarce. But it seems to me he could come back because we still have the two worlds combined. Also, it looks like the last Windrake is still able to, you know, fly around in space. Space Dragon. The very first Bahamut Zero? Probably. If Hiryu can turn into a Phoenix, then Kryle's Windrake can totally turn into Bahamut Zero. Wait a second, I thought we already had 4 crystals. How many crystals are there now? Grandpa! Oh. Sid Mid. What are you guys up to? Also, how did you get a letter? Since when does the post go to underwater mechanical sanctuaries? Oh, by the way, we survived. Can't really speak over the cool music, though. Feels like that fight was just a dream. Oh good. Kryle and her Moogle people again. Seems like everything's become more peaceful. I'm pretty sure most of the monsters that were on the planet were something to do with the void, so maybe it's safe to walk around now. Chancellor of Tycoon seems happy. The princesses are back to princessing. Even Ferris with her fancy gown. However, Ferris seems worried about her pirate crew. Jumps through a barred window and disappears into the sunset. Everyone in Val is worried, since they have no heir to the throne. If Galuf was the king, and they made him the king after he defeated Exdeath that one time, I mean, I'm pretty sure they could make her the queen. Do I get to be a king somewhere too? I helped defeat Exdeath. Bartz went back to his hometown. He's not given up traveling, but he said he wanted to spend some time near his parents. He kicked that Bard out of his house and met up with that neighbor, the girl that seemed to have a thing for him, and they lived happily ever after. Some birds laid some eggs. And they're totally cute. Yeah, you must see them. Wow, they hatched quick. What's the point of even laying an egg if it hatches like a second later? It's been a year since then. Len and Ferris are busy with running Tycoon and all, and Bartz is off on another journey. You guys are still trapped underwater. I'm sure they'll come. Tell them I can't wait to... Whatever. The text is going actually surprisingly quick here. Hope you can read along. Kryle, you worked so hard. I remember when the turtle got beaten up. And then he did some ninjutsu and fought off Exdeath for us. Good times. Oh yeah, then there was the crazy old man werewolf that we, like, one-shot. Because we're pretty good at swords. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, yep, that happened. The good old days. When you could just take a peep at some gorgeous woman sleeping in her bed. It's not stalkery or creepy at all. It's totally normal. Oh yeah, there was that phase where Lena was getting poisoned all the time. Yeah, that was fun. It was good times. Poisoning abound. There was that time where Ferris laughed at some joke Lena made and then ran off. Yeah, I remember that. It's when Lena found out she had a sister, probably. Oh yeah, and there was that time where she got all dressed up and there was a big dance. And then we snuck off and ditched them. Yeah, it was good. And then there was that time where the sea monster died, Except it didn't really die, and then we found out later it died again. I think it saved itself for us 3 times or so, to be honest. It's when the boys found out she was properly a girl, as if we didn't know. Good times. Actually, the ship graveyard was quite memorable. I enjoyed that. That's when Galuf went Super Saiyan and killed himself. He had a good fight, though. Almost killed Exdeath. I think he had a good chance with that Drain Spell Blade. That was pretty cool. Hey! And that's when we fought the kids. Yeah, smacking young children. That was a good time. And then there was that time when this random girl came in out of nowhere and used some magic missile on some dude. Oh, right, that was Lena's dad, right, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. That was cool. Good old Kara. I mean, Kryl. So we're going to the Guardian Tree. Right, she can talk to trees and animals and stuff, so she's gonna go talk to the old tree again, probably. It's totally normal, probably. Oh, she's gonna put... Oh, yeah, right. This is also where Galuf died. That makes sense now. The crystals have been restored and everything's peaceful, but for some reason I'm sad. Yeah, it's okay, Kara. Kryl. I guess it's just that since Grandpa died, I've been feeling older. I had to grow up so quickly. Remember when I had that really childish voice and then Grandpa died? She doesn't even know about this, but there was that one time where we ditched him in the ruins. The Ronkin ruins? And there was that cool battle on the big bridge. That was fun. And then, yeah, when he went crazy and fought Exdeath. That was pretty good. Super Galuf. We couldn't even use a Phoenix down to save him. See you, Grandpa. Grandfather. What are you talking about, kiddo? You're not alone. Ninja attack from the trees! We're here with you. Buck up, kiddo. How did I know someone was going to say kiddo? Everyone made it. As if there was any doubt. Like I'd forget a friend after we'd been together so long, probably. Tears don't really suit you, Kryl. Galuf's laughing at your bubbling. You know, he probably would. That seems like the sort of thing he would do. Did the birds just poop on us and turn it into flowers? Thanks, birds. What is that? Random doves fly by, sparkle down, and flowers show up out of nowhere. It's time for us to protect them. Alright, well, let's go kill Sid right now before he can get to any of his trouble. It really wasn't that long ago when you were talking to your spirit grandfather after we finished off Exdeath, right? Oh yes, he lives on in the wind and the leaves and the fire. And even the settling of the earth reminds her of her grandfather. Just a little sentimentality. Yeah, I don't know, guys, but sure. Alright, let's go! Where are we going? Hope we get to keep our airship at least. Alright. Chocobos and windrakes all over the place. Those chocobos grew up too fast. Alright, guys. So this is the normal ending. We'll still do a little bit more content in a little bit. I will do the... there's going to be a bonus dungeon, and we've got to check out those Game Boy Advance jobs, and there's some new weapons and stuff to pick up and have a look at. So we'll do that. But this is the normal ending of Final Fantasy V. So in case you guys don't watch the bonus stuff afterwards, I'll cover my overall thoughts on the game here. As with all of the Super Nintendo Final Fantasies, I love the soundtrack. Nobuo is amazing. I think the graphics were a little bit... like, they didn't really improve on Final Fantasy IV much, if at all. There's a much larger leap when you go to Final Fantasy VI, and it's pretty noticeable, so... going back to this game, it's... you know, it feels a little bit small. The animations, the sprite animations are a little bit weaker. But here at the end, you get to see some cool sprites, but, you know, for the most of the game, you didn't get much. I thought a lot of the dialogue was kind of goofy and childish, honestly, even when I first played it. They tried to, you know, use some jokes and some wisecracks and stuff, but I don't think the plot was as fleshed out as even Final Fantasy IV or VI were. It's got some good, obviously, some memorable scenes, but a lot of it was kind of goofy, kind of cringe-worthy listening to them talk sometimes. Just for every good scene, there was a cringe scene. But, you know, overall, I certainly enjoyed it. It's just, unfortunately, it's right in between two of my favorite Final Fantasies, so it's hard to stand up with those. Gameplay-wise, though, like, the thing most people really like about this, and I would agree, is the job system is a lot of fun. There's a lot of abilities that are useless and just waste your time. I wish it was a little bit more able to equip more abilities to your different jobs. Sure, you can only have four like actions. So, you know, if you want fight, magic, item, and throw money, you can only have those 4 commands. But you should be able to switch all 4 of those more easily. And you should be able to equip maybe a couple passives around to the various jobs, I feel. And then you'd actually get some use out of some of the more mediocre abilities that we really... I feel a little bit bad, I didn't really show them off much, but they're not as good as dual wield. They're not as good as Spellblade. They're not as good as dual casting, time magic, and white magic. Hopefully I sort of showed that off. Even something like the summon ability is just so much better than the sing ability or something like that. So, you know, balance-wise, it wasn't perfect, but I think the concept, the job points, mastering your jobs, passing over at least to the freelancer at the end, you know, makes for a pretty involved Final Fantasy. Like, compared to the previous one, Final Fantasy III, they made a lot of strides making the job system more involved and interesting, so I'll give them that for sure. And I think it's good overall, just... couple weaknesses whenever I look back at this old game. What else to talk about? I don't know. I still rank it in my top 5 Final Fantasies. It's just not as good as a couple of the other ones I really like. I don't find, like, the story of it, I don't remember as well as a lot of the other games. It's got some of the best enemies. Everyone who's played these games will know who Omega and Shinru is, because they're such difficult mega bosses. I think they're the first 2 optional serious bosses. Like, Final Fantasy IV had a couple optional bosses for weapons, but they weren't that hard. In this one, Final Fantasy V, I believe it's the first time they really threw in serious hard bosses. People like Gilgamesh, very memorable compared to anything you see in Final Fantasy IV. Final Fantasy VI will get to some more characters like that, which is, I mean, I think they took it the right way. So, and I mean... pretty good overall. Anyway, we'll have some quick look at our stats here before we end the episode. So, level 46, I obviously did some grinding. You could probably beat the game around level 40 without a whole lot of trouble. I specifically wanted to have certain jobs mastered for that last dungeon. I don't feel like I overdid the grinding. I'd say if you're much higher than 50, you probably spent too much time. Or if you've got much more job mastery than what I've managed. You don't need it. If you guys saw, I mean, Omega and Shinru would be tough, but the actual final boss, no problem at all, right? I don't even know what that attack was. It kind of reminds me of the Dragoon's, it was like a dragon attack that steals HP and MP. I'm kind of thinking that might have been what it was. But, yeah, you know, a lot of these abilities you see on that list, just not very good. I don't see why, like, if you learn the ability Equip Rods, why that couldn't just be automatically applied to any job you wanted. So you could just always equip rods permanently for that character. I don't think that would hurt at all. And it wouldn't help much, but it'd be better than actually taking up an ability slot, which you usually only have one of, just to equip a rod. I definitely recommend trying to go Freelancer Mime by the end of the game. So if you're playing along, whether you follow my exact build or not, aiming for that will make the ending a lot easier for you. If you just stuck to a default class or job, you know, a knight with Spellblade or a ninja with Spellblade, well, yeah, it depends on what weapons you want to equip. You don't have the flexibility with which weapons you can equip and the abilities in a primary job, and because you can't pass over stuff like equip rods to a class like knight without taking up his one ability, it makes it a lot harder at the end. Didn't really see a lot of use out of cover at the end there. Not too often were you taken down to critical HP without just being killed, so mastering knight wasn't all that valuable, I guess. I'm pretty sure I've played before and I've actually mastered all the jobs. It doesn't really serve you much benefit, to be honest. I mean, even the way I did it, you can only equip 2 or 3 abilities, and I can pretty much guess what they're going to be, so mastering everything doesn't make much difference. A little bit better on your stats for some classes, but we don't need an extra 2 points in stamina that bad. Alright, I think that is probably it. The end indeed. So if you don't end up watching the bonus content for the extra stuff, I'll see you on the next Let's Play, but for the rest of you, I'll see you guys in the next episode for some of the new special Game Boy Advance jobs and dungeons. And I will have to make a second run at Shinru, so we'll have a fight with that one again later on. So see you guys in a bit. Have a great day, and you know the jam.